Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Neki broadcast. Today we are thinking in Wesnoth, and we are trying to improve by analyzing our own mistakes. However, we will not be playing against another player. We will be doing things a bit differently this time, and we will be playing against the AI, against artificial intelligence. It is particularly interesting because AI has a certain thinking pattern, a certain strategy. And the type of game that we will be playing is called survival. So odds are against you. However, if you understand the pattern that the AI plays, according to which the AI plays, then definitely you can beat the game. The particular survival that I am keen on trying and demonstrating to you, ladies and gentlemen, at this point is scrolling survival. So you can go to the add-on server as I have shown you, and you can download scrolling survival, and then you are basically good to go. I'll be creating a local game, no need for other players to watch us live failing. And game settings should be use map settings, and I will disable this particular player because I don't want you, ladies and gentlemen, to go dizzy from me switching from side to side. And I will just be focusing on one faction, and I will be actually trying Drake Flare. Again, I'll be doing everything live. I won't be doing any reloads, nothing of this sort. If I get a phone call, I might need to obviously pause and continue. However, let's hope I will not be interrupted. So we shall see how far I can take you with my incredibly detailed analysis. I'm just kidding. There is always a certain amount of luck involved in survivals. You can't really beat it unless you are a bit lucky. However, you can reduce the importance of the role that luck plays by optimizing your moves. So here we go. I'm really curious about the time of day, so I am going to play during morning. It's a relatively good time of day to start. So it's really important to understand what units are coming at you. It's a mud crawler, a very exotic unit, and you can see it's vulnerable to fire. Therefore, I will be recruiting a burner. My leader also has a fire attack, and obviously I would need an augur for healing and clashes. Why? Because they can tank, and tanking is, and of course, experience management and which units you choose to expose, which units you use to put in the bag, how you choose to attack. They are all an integral part of survivals. Now, this particular survival has lava in south, and lava goes up. And units come from north. As you can see here, there will be a boss unit coming as the map will be scrolling up. That's why it's called scrolling survival. Interesting idea. And you shall see, because I exposed my leader, you should see the AI automatically attacking it. Why? Sorry about that. Because AI is optimized for damage. Obviously, AI has much more units than I do, and the units that are in the game, they want to deal as much damage as possible before they die. So knowing this, you can obviously try to abuse it in certain ways. As you can see, my leader dealt a lot of retaliation damage, and now it would be much easier for my burner to finish off these units. So there we go. One unit down. Now, regarding the other, I wouldn't want to use my leader, because getting experience into your leader is more or less a waste of that experience. So hopefully we can get experience into this augur, you see. So I would like to have a level 2 augur. I would like to have a level 2 burner. And then I would want to because these are healing and tons amount of ranged damage, and these are my tanks. So this is my strategy. And of course, leader later on, he can become level 3, not a problem. However, not a priority. I need to have my level 2s in order to maximize the amount of damage that I am dealing to the first waves. Start is really important in this survival. If you have a strong start, you can achieve absolutely anything you want. If you don't, then you will most likely struggle. So again, I don't expect this clash to hit that much. However, it did not hit all, which is a bit disappointing. Okay, one hit, that's all I needed, hopefully. So now I shall put my leader somewhere so that I can lead this particular ogre. And you see, I almost have my ogre leveled up. And I shall put my leader on this particular Wasis. Why? Because this Wasis can heal. Anyway, didn't do much damage there. However, I'm not particularly worried about this mage. Why? Because drakes, as we all know, are resistant to fire. Now, I have 3 units, 3 targets, and I would need some experience into this ogre. And I should be careful how I prioritize the attacks and the experience. Okay, that was actually phenomenal. Now, in terms of this mud crawler here, okay, will I have enough to finish him off? Apparently, yes. So, we're trying to finish him off. You see, now I need only 2 experience to level up. In terms of damage on the fighter, I could use the burner to deal damage to the Nagini fighter. However, I feel getting this village, which is going to generate income for me, is a bit more important. As you can see, the Nagini fighter is going to kill itself anyway. Again, why did it go for the clasher? Because the clasher was wounded, so it did not go for the burner. Again, they are not, the AI is not particularly interested in preserving themselves, in saving their own lives. They are interested in dealing as much damage as possible. Wherever it hurts the most, that's where they hit. Anyway, let's see how we can, again, I'm hoping for some extra. Let's see here. That shouldn't kill the Nagini fighter. Of course it does. I did not want that. I just wanted 1 experience point in the soothsayer. However, you can't get absolutely everything you need, I mean, in life. So do something of this sort. Putting my leader forward. However, my leader might die there from the boss. I'm putting my leader forward to lead this clasher into battle, and that should draw some fire. There it is. And now I should have enough damage to clear these units. Or maybe not. Okay, 1 unit down. Now, regarding the other, do want some experience into the burner. Do want to make a level 2 burner as soon as possible. And this should be enough to draw fire from the Naga, which again almost killed my leader, however not quite. Now I should have enough to get a level 2 burner. There it is, Fire Drake. And this should be obviously useful later on. Now, I'm putting this unit forward. Why? Because I see a poacher and a troll whelp coming. So I don't want them to be hanging around here doing absolutely nothing. I want them to come. I want to lure them into my my units, into my line of fire, so I could deal damage to them more easily, right? So this is my strategy, and this is one of the basic, let's say, tactics that you need to have in this survival. Recruiting whenever you get the chance to. So I just got a chest of gold, and recruiting whenever you get the chance to is, again, extremely important. And we shall see here. I am going to heal my leader, and hopefully I should be drawing fire from at least from this poacher, and that should make finishing off these units a bit easier. Obviously I'm going to go for the troll. Hopefully I'll miss once. Yeah, great. And now I can start thinking about getting experience into my clashes. However, I don't want to just start another thread of experience. I want to put experience into my existing clashes. Therefore, I will be doing something of this sort. This one should be enough to finish off the poacher. Again, you see experience going up 20 out of 36, and then another clasher with good experience meter, if we could call it this way, being fulfilled. Now, in terms of my other recruit, I feel that this map calls for 2 healers. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to recruit a second healer. Now, again, remember our little strategy in terms of luring units into our line of fire. I'm going to be repeating this. Do something of this sort. It should be far enough. Maybe not. It should be far enough to draw fire from the burner. And I am going to keep my leader here for a while. And let's see what the thunder does. Again, goes for this unit. And this unit deals some return damage. However, not as much as I was hoping. However, not a problem. I will take whatever the random number generator has given me, and I will try to maximize the amount of damage that I'm dealing with my existing units. Now I will try to lure the fighter. However, you see here a castle is looming. Yeah. So it is really important that I push my drakes forward so I can grab that castle, and a boss, obviously, who is going to fill this castle with units unless I do something about it. So now my normal strategy of luring units into my line of fire won't necessarily be the best here. You see the density of units coming. It is better to be forward and deal damage. Grab important strategic terrain locations from your opponent rather than maximizing the efficiency of killing 1 or 2 stray units. Now, from this perspective, I shouldn't be too worried about my positioning. I should actually push my units forward as much as possible. Okay, at least 1 miss there. I was banking on 1 miss. You see, I almost leveled up that clasher. Now, in terms of these units, they should be fine. Relatively okay positioning. Do want my burner to be a bit. No, I'm not sure about this. Problem is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he's 5, he'll be getting on this mountain, which I particularly despise, to be fair. But we shall see. Hopefully he's not quick. No, he wasn't quick. He was resilient strong, which was absolutely okay. Now, again, Now I want to get to this castle as soon as possible. I'm pushing my units forward. I'm forgetting all about placement. I don't really care at this point. So you see, I'm pushing my boss even there to say that my boss should be all the way up. Now maybe I was a bit eager in terms of my boss, because I do want to deal some damage with leadership. Again, for those of you who are new to the game, leadership obviously boosts the damage of the units adjacent to yourself when those units are attacking. Might as well be when defending. I'm not sure. Probably when defending. I really don't remember. I think it's also when defending. Anyway, let's see if I can finish off this dwarf. Okay, not too bad. This would be optimal. Oh, not quite. I would need a strong clasher, which, just noticing, I don't really have. Perhaps this one, however, that will take a lot of damage in return. Perhaps if I just use my fire breath. So from this perspective, fighters are useful because... Great. And I have a thrasher. Why a thrasher? Because it has such a wide arsenal of attack types, and that is, well, needless to say, useful. Now, again, I'm trying to stop the Griffin Rider from flying around wherever it pleases. He will still manage to fly around, I have the feeling. However, it will... not really sure here. Perhaps I should put my leader close to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be enough if I put my leader here. Should be enough reach to get to this strategic keep. So again, the Griffin might... Okay, never mind. So you see, the Griffin was with his back to this particular tile here. So he... And as you can see, the lava is eating up absolutely everything. Now, the boss would normally fill this castle with... There's another boss here we need to remember. However, this is a dwarvish fighter, and you can remember this because there is a dwarven inn on this side. So from this perspective, I will put my thrasher here, my burner here, and my leader somewhere here, but of course not before we deal some damage. Okay, that is a decent amount of damage. Now I do want this clasher to level up at one point. So you see it's 2 experience away from leveling up. So this is what I am planning to do. I'm going to put my fighter here simply because it has the ability to move around relatively easily. Put my healer here and my boss here. So I'm blocking most of this, and I'm blocking it with level 2 units. All 3 of them are level 2 units. In terms of this clasher, it needs heal. In terms of this clasher, it needs level up. So you see how managing my level ups and managing my experience is paying off. Sometimes the best way to defend against a difficult wave, against a difficult incoming wave, is to place forward units that are about to level up, because they heal instantaneously if you think about it, right? So it's quite a nice... I mean, it's probably the best having a unit close to leveling up, because let's say the first enemy unit deals a lot of damage, takes down the health pool to half, then another unit almost kills your unit, and then your unit levels up due to the additional experience, and then the unit heals entirely. So it's absolutely best use of I mean, if you had to choose, I would choose having level 1 clasher, almost leveling up, taking all this heat. However, they might be going for the fighter, they might be going for the burner, they might not necessarily go for the clasher. However, it's important to note that that clasher is almost leveled up, and we shall see how he decides to play. He does go for the clasher. Probably he wants to prevent him from leveling up, and apparently my leader cannot hit anything, but it can take 100% damage. I'm a bit annoyed, to be fair. However, it's not that this dwarves. Oh, I dealt a bit of damage actually. Anyway, let's see how much damage I can deal with my fire. It was decent, I would say. It's quite decent. Now, if I do stay here with my leader, I am in danger of dying, as you can see. 10-3. That is a lot of damage. Now, I could do something of this sort. I could level up my clasher, make another thrasher, of course, and I could try to swap this leader with something else. Let me see. Perhaps this one. Now I can lead my burner to deal a lot of damage, hopefully. There it is. So a lot of damage on the dwarvish steelclad. And now all I need to do is get some damage with the thrasher as well. However, this might backfire, so I'm not really sure if I should use the thrasher or something else. I'm just scared to use my leader. It's resilient. This one is resilient as well. This one has even higher health pool than the other one. However, I have already used this one, so I'm just going to go for it. Decent damage. Yeah, decent damage on my thrasher, of course. However, now the dwarvish steelclad will most certainly die the next turn, which is what I wanted to achieve. Now, in terms of unit placement, I'm not going to go for these units simply because I still want to lure this particular trapper out in the open so I can kill it. However, it's day. I feel that it might be tempting to try to use up your units. However, look what is coming. Dwarvish Guard, Dwarvish Oathsucker, Dwarvish Oathsucker, Dwarvish Guard. So there is a cave here, and you can see there are units here. So I would ultimately want to push some of my units through the cave. So we shall see how it all works out. Hopefully these units will attack me, and they will attack me from terrible positions. And this is really important that I don't get too much damage on this thrasher, simply because, as you can see, 60%, 40%. The thrasher did quick work of that. Okay. Now, it's really important that I defend against this Oathsucker. Now, I do have a Drake Thrasher 37, a Drake Thrasher 51, which should be enough to defend, I would say. However, placement is absolutely key. First and foremost, I need to destroy this dwarvish steelclad. And I believe the burner could do it. Apparently not, which is really frustrating. However, I can perhaps use this auger, which would be a good investment of my experience, definitely. I could use the thrasher somewhere else. For example, here or here. Not really sure at this point. Let's try from here. Okay, 20 damage. I will take that. Now, that is important, and it's an important kill, and I get it. And at this point, I could even push my leader forward. 33 versus all these fighters. That's not too promising, is it? Not at all, I would say. So I would perhaps make better use of my leader by attacking this trapper. Okay. That was not too impressive, was it? Can keep attacking though. There it is, Drake Fighter. This footpad is more or less useless. And now I should, and then it's a big should, I should have enough units. I still need to kill this Trasher, I feel. And I would need to make sure that I place a strong unit here. Really not sure at this point. Let me check. So I might play this way, but I need to make sure I actually kill this fighter so I can free up the road to this bridge. However, the way it's looking right now, that doesn't seem to be the case. So still think the best option is to put this Thrasher here and hope for the best. And the Oathsucker shouldn't, again, if these three survive, the Oathsucker shouldn't be able to go for anything except this Thrasher. I could try to put this Clasher on 20%, however, I feel that would be a bit stupid. I do need a unit here in the cave if I'm ever going to go through the cave. So from this perspective, I also need to deal some damage into this fighter and heal up my Fire Drake. And not really sure what to do with this Clasher. Probably, use it to deal some damage. Why not? Or take some damage and deal absolutely no damage. Either way, this is an important wave, right? Because lava is coming, right? So I also need to make my way through the cave, or at least I am hoping to. These are dwarves on 60%, so I don't expect them to do much. I mean, to move around. I expect them to attack this Fire Drake, however, or this Dwarvish Fighter could attack this Ogre. And after these attack, then I expect the neutral enemies to attack this Thrasher, and it's going to be close. I'm not sure whether the Thrasher will survive. We shall see. Okay, Fire Drake. See, there is a lot of damage onto the Thrasher. However, this Oathsucker is on water, and ladies and gentlemen, I might have done it. Is it going to survive? Come on, one miss. Oh, it's just not fair. It's just not fair. 3 out of 3 with the Guardsman. This is absolutely unbelievable. I probably needed my Thrasher. It's probably my fault. I probably needed my Thrasher to be in better shape than it actually was. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you liked it. I don't think I will be able to go much further. Losing a level 2 unit like that would be absolutely, I mean, it would make things later on incredibly difficult, especially since this Oathsucker is coming as well. So what I could have done better is cover my level 2 unit here, because I was intending to use it on the forest. And or I would have been a bit more lucky. I feel that I was incredibly unlucky there, but it just might be the let me see actually. So it was -7% plus 8% taken. So I was a bit unlucky, to be fair. However, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you had fun as much as I did. The scrolling survival goes on. Let me know if you guys would want me to do another demonstration with another faction, or whether you would like me to go back to analyzing 1v1 games. I have been a bit busy these days, therefore I'm making this survival, simply because playing versus AI is much more clear and straightforward. Anyways, I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you later.